Hatton at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Ready? Hatchet.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood. It's just me and you.
To throw is Darnold. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The pickup there, 5 yards.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Tighten up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here I come. Ready?
Darnold from the gun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check 24. Check 24. Watch the edge. Red 80.
They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Pull it together. Red 80. Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Coming to you. Coming to you. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. I'm coming. Hey, Alpha. Red 80.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Slam. Bang, 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 bang. Watch the safety creep. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping. Tight go.
Here's Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
61, match box, twice.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Young lady. Hey, Delta. Check back 11. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Darnold on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Boys, watch the screen. Pass. Hey, check.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. Caught here by Conley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, check this out.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Draw play, Cohen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Young lady. Record. Hey, Orbit. No. 44 is the mic. 44.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jeffrey Simmons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Alert 3. 25. Check 25.
Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. On the run. He'll let this. Oh, this is intercepted. Intended for Hill. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check back 11. It's out. Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Let's go, lady. Get on the field, defense. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Stop your whining.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Red 80. Stop here, D. Check 52.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Here we go. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold got a man open. It's Ross. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Go.
Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Come on, D. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. What's the run? Hey,
Go, lady.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Hey.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And able to find Conley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Chris Conley, 28 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smarter play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
22 Jet Bombers.
On first down, Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this one's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They're going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Mike, 44's Mike. Check. Crunch time, defense. Lady. Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke.
Hey, wahoo!
44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. 3 buzz.
Young lady. Bravo!
Now it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Check the backer, check the backer. Kill. Check. Red 80. Check 40. No 80.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, echo.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. You ain't going nowhere. Mike's 50. It's our time.
Back to throw, Darnold. Complete to Dorsett. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. 3. Let's get off the field. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check hot route. Hot. Check 3.
Murray trying again after the pick six. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy. All open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Mixon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mixon. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 37. Check 37. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, hey, hey.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
50, Mike, 50. You don't want nothing, baby. You don't, lady. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Back.
You draw quarter.
Switch. Red 80. Mike 50, Mike 50. They gonna need.
Hey. Mike 7.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Play action. It's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
First down, Murray. Flushed out right. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it'll bring up third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Max 50, Max 50. Walk up. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Third and long, Murray from his end zone. And going deep for Hill. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Watch the screen. Jim. Red 80. Slam. Motion. Bump.
They try again with Cohen. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Check Mike 11. I'm coming after you.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
50's the mark. Hey, tight down. There you go. Max 50, Max. They can't hang with us. That's it. Undercrunch.
Throwing on second and long. Murray dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Breida, 59 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cohen. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood!
I got him. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Darnold. He's going to go deep for Conley. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Murray. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 50. Like 50. Coming.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll